Welcome, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining. Come cook with V. Listen, hang out for a little bit. We got some yummy goodness that we're going to get crack-a-lacking in the kitchen. So stay tuned, stick around, and we'll be back in a second. So listen, my husband got me my new kitchen toy. This is an Asian steamer. A lot of Chinese, Japanese cook chefs, this is their one-stop pot meal maker, if you will. And I tell you, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. He ordered it online. Babe, where did you order it from? Home Depot. And it came like in 2 days. These are so inexpensive. And today what we're going to do, something so easy. It's Monday. My husband is home from work. He's on this health kick. He does keto. He does plant-based. So I figured, you know what? Let me cook him a meal that we both can eat, because I'm not plant-based yet. I still like my steak, my cheeseburgers, my red meat. I'm not quite there. But this is something that we both can eat, that we both can enjoy. And even the kids, our grandkids aren't here, which is so unusual. Usually we have a house full, but not today. In any event, so this is a bamboo steamer, and it's 2 tiers. So this is what it looks like whole. When you get it, they do suggest, and this is what I did, is just soak it for about an hour or two in warm water. What it does, it makes the bamboo just a little bit more pliable. Because remember, it's going into water, it's going to steam. You want it to expand without cracking. So this is the top layer. Take this off, the top lid, excuse me. And this is the top layer. And what I've done is, because I'm going to do vegetables and fish, as you can see on the top layer here, I've lined it with parchment paper. And this is where my vegetables are going to go. My suggestion is, don't put anything right on the bamboo. It can stick to it. The seasoning can stick to your bamboo, and it's just difficult to wash. So line it with parchment paper. They've got this kind. They've got different kinds. I wouldn't suggest tinfoil, but lettuce, which is what I did here. Something quick and easy. This is going to be, hopefully it doesn't fall out. This is where I'm going to put my fish. So the fish is going to be on the bottom layer, and the reason why I'm doing that is I don't want, if any of the juices from the fish leak down, I don't want them to get on the vegetables, because I'm seasoning them a little differently. So this is a 2-tier bamboo steamer. On the bottom, I'm going to do my fish. I've lined it with lettuce. Oh, Lord Jesus. What's the romaine hearts? That's what these are called, romaine hearts. And then for the top, I'm going to put my vegetables on, and I've just lined it with parchment paper. And that's how we're going to make this one-stop meal. I've got olive oil, which I'm going to use for the fish and the vegetables. I also have some scallops that I'm going to add in with the fish when I cook. I've got garlic, minced garlic. If you want to use fresh garlic, go ahead. I always say this, and I'm always going to say this. Listen, this is my recipe. You do it how you want to do it. If you don't want garlic, don't put garlic in it. If you don't want pepper or adobo or anything else, you season it how you want to season it. I've got ginger, which I'm going to use for the vegetables. I've got black pepper, which I'm going to use for the vegetables and the fish. I've got adobo, which I'm going to use for the fish. And I've got this yummy hot chili paste. It's Mandarin. No, I don't know what it is. I thought it was Mandarin. It's hot chili paste. If you do decide to use this, I'm going to use this in my vegetables. If you do decide to use this, just please use a tiny bit, because it goes a long way and it's very spicy. And then for my fish and the fish that I'm using today is tilapia, but you can steam any kind of fish. But today we're going to just use tilapia. You can use salmon, you can do haddock, you can do cod, whatever. So we're going to be doing a lemon pepper tilapia. All right, so let's see here. I've got my fish on a baking tray. I got parchment paper on it. And I'm going to brush it with some olive oil. I should have had this out. Normally I try to have everything out that I need because it makes it easier. When you cook, you can just go boom, 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 boom. All right, so we've got our tilapia on just some parchment paper on a cooking sheet. Now what I'm going to do is I put a little olive oil in this little kind of shallow dish. I don't know if you got it. If you have an olive oil dispenser, feel free, you can use that. But I actually like just, you know, brushing it. Brushing it. Just a little bit. Brushing. Because what this will do is this will help keep the fish nice and moist, and it'll help the seasoning stick to the fish because the fish is not wet. It's dry. You don't want to cook with wet food. I wouldn't suggest that. So I'm just going to do one side. I'm going to leave the bottom. And in a second, I'm going to show you what I actually did to the water that we're going to use for the bamboo steamer. But, okay, so I've got my adobo here. Instead of using salt, I'm using adobo. Tilapia, you don't need to heavily season. Other fish, you do, but tilapia is not one of them. So with the adobo, I go a little gentle with it, and that is my salt substitute. Now with my lemon pepper, however, I'm just going to go crazy, cover and smother. Like I always say, cover and smother. Oh my goodness. And I can't believe, people, it has been so long. The last time I actually did something in the kitchen, I'm squeezing fresh lemon as well to this. And then I'm just going to crack some black pepper. But the last time I did this, my grand princess Lun was, I think, 5. Since then, we've had 1, 2, 3. We've had like 3 or 4 grandkids since then. So we're like up to 12 now. So we are busy with life and just busy with our family. And you know how that goes, people. Now what I'm doing is I'm just gently making sure that all this good seasoning is infused in the fish. You can do both sides if you like. What I have actually done is I've actually seasoned my water because I'm putting the fish on the bottom layer. All the seasonings that I put on here, I put in the water. So it will just, when the steam comes up, it's going to flavor the bottom layer of this fish really, really, really nicely. So let me swap this out. Get my bamboo. There we go. I don't know if y'all can see this. I don't know. My husband is in charge of the camera. There we go. And fit as many pieces as you want or can. I think because these are really nice sized pieces, I can only do 2, which is fine. Because guess what? You can use your lettuce layer again. Or if you want, you can put down a fresh one. That's fine. It's up to you. Remember, again, this is just how I do it. If you're new to the kitchen, this is really, really, really a simple recipe. You don't have to worry about burning nothing up, burning nothing down. But you do have to worry about overcooking it. But this is really simple. If you already have a bamboo steamer, you ahead of the game. You already know what's going on. So, maybe you can teach me a thing or two. All right, now, vegetables. You can, if you want, put your vegetables directly onto your bamboo tier. I'm not going to do that because I want my vegetables really, really, really flavorful. I don't do a dash or a pinch of nothing. So, I have my olive oil. This time I'm going to drizzle it. Just drizzle it onto my vegetables. Yum, 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 yum. And we've got some minced garlic. Just throw that in there. I love garlic. If you don't like garlic, you can omit it or just not use as much. That's fine. Again, you do what you want to do. I've got my ginger. I love ginger. So let's do like a good nice, let's do 2 spoonfuls. Now I don't measure nothing. I don't know a teaspoon, a tablespoon. I couldn't tell you what's what. My ground pepper. Generous amount. If you don't have ground pepper, that's fine. Or a pepper grinder, I mean. That's absolutely fine. Just use regular pepper. I would suggest probably you're going to need a little bit more because with the pepper grinder, you get more flavor because it's more fresh. Now, I'm not going to use the adobo. I am going to use salt. Here we go. I can't tell you how much I'm putting on there. If you're really, really, really health conscious and don't want to use salt, there's this wonderful seasoning, and I only have a little bit, so I'm not going to show you what it is, but it is Stone Mill Original, and that's what it's called. It's called Stone Mill Original, and it's salt-free, but it gives a wonderful, wonderful flavor to your vegetables. It's wonderful. Now, oh, my chili paste. Remember, I said a little bit because this chili paste goes a very, very long way. And this is probably too much. So, actually, I'm just going to take my finger and do that. Because this really, really, really goes a long way. But remember, when you are cooking, you got to taste everything. You got to. So I'm just going to quickly mix this up. Make sure every piece. Oh, and these vegetables, I forgot. These vegetables, I did not cook up. I got them at Wegmans, 2 for $5. And, I mean, if you want to, like, break it down, I see, like, that's kind of a big piece. You kind of want them the same size, so just break it up. Let me get a knife real quick. I'm just going to cut this down really quick. And if you're new to the kitchen, listen, don't be scared to use your hands. That's what your hands are there for. So, yeah, I'm just going to cut some of these up just to make sure that they're all cooking pretty much at the same time. You don't want some soggy vegetables and then some hard vegetables. You don't want that. Oh, here we go. Another big piece. See, I tell you. Cooking is an experiment. And you can't be afraid to experiment with your food. You got to get in there. You know what you like. You know what you want. I always tell my family, and I've said this so many times before, I've always told my family, don't tell me if it's good. Because if it's not, guess what? I'm going to keep cooking it. And you're forced to eat it. And this is something, too, that the kids will like, because it's vegetables, right? But you've seasoned it so nicely. And I always tell the babies, listen, don't tell me that you don't like something unless you've tasted it. Now, if you haven't had a taste and you sit there and say, Nana, I don't like it. No, that's not flying. We're not doing that at all. You're going to taste it, and then if you don't prefer it, that's fine. You don't prefer it, but at least taste it first. All right. What I'm going to do, I think, is just drizzle a little bit more olive oil to this. This is not extra virgin olive oil, by the way. It is yummy, yummy, regular delicious olive oil. All right, now, there we go. So I'm just gonna place my veggies, and this is because these are pre-cut. This is why I say this is a wonderful meal for a Monday. These came pre-cut at Wegmans, 2 for $5, so you don't have to worry about spending so much time chopping, right? But if you want, you can also put like whole artichokes in there. You can cut up zucchini, squash, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, any kind of vegetable you want. I just picked this up because it was already cut for me. It was pre-packaged. How easier can you get than that? All right. So we got a little bit of carrot in there. Not much. They were a little skimpy on the carrot. But we got a little carrot on there. All right. There we go. That is locked in and loaded. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so good. So, so, so good. So I've got my tilapia on the bottom tier because, again, I don't want the juices from the fish flowing into my vegetables because I don't want my fish to have my vegetables to have a fishy taste. I don't want that. But normally what you would want to do is put whatever is going to take longer on the bottom. But this time we're going to do it a little bit reversed. All right? So I'm going to put my bamboo steamer together and we're going to stick it in the water. Okay, so I have here my water that's boiling, getting ready for my bamboo steamer. Now what I've done, maybe you want to just get a little closer to this. Thank you. What I've done is I've seasoned my water with the lemon pepper. I squeezed some fresh lemon juice in there, salt for flavor, but salt also helps with making the water come to a boil even faster. So this is about right. I can now put my bamboo steamer in there. However, you have to be careful because there's this line here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's this line right here. You do not want your water to go above the line because you're no longer steaming. Now you're boiling, and we don't do boiled food, not up around here. So I'm just going to place very gently, very carefully. I'm just going to place my bamboo steamer right in there, and this is like perfect, absolutely perfect. So you want to get a pan. This is not really a wok. I call it my wok pan. But if you have a wok or if you've got a pan like this would be perfect for your bamboo steamer. So I have it nice and snug in there. Guess what, guys? You're just gonna let the water do its work. So I plan on leaving this in here for about 15-20 minutes. What I am going to do, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to just take stuff off, taste it, see, where the cooking process is, and then estimate the time from there. But altogether, it should not take any longer than 20 minutes for your one-pot bamboo meal to be done. All right? And while this is cooking, guess what? I'm going to start cleaning. Because when you start cooking, beautiful people, you start in a clean kitchen and you end in a clean kitchen. All right, so we're about 15 minutes in, and I just checked my vegetables. The broccoli, it's coming along nicely. Cauliflower, because it is a little thicker than the broccoli, is not as tender or as cooked as the broccoli. But guess what, people? That's okay. That is absolutely okay. So we're definitely going to leave this on some more. What you can always do, if your vegetables are taking longer than your fish, then hey, guess what? Take the tier of your vegetables off, put them to the side, take the tier that you have with your fish, put that to the side, and then just put the tier of your vegetables back on and let it cook down. Be careful when you are lifting this. Lift away. It's steam, people. It is steam. Look at that tilapia. Oh my God. Oh my God. Doesn't that look good, babe? Yeah. Oh my God. Woo! Yes. Woo! yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is going to be a pretty meal, y'all. Pretty meal. So it looks as if our fish is getting done sooner than our vegetables. And guess what? It's absolutely okay. So I'm going to put my scallops on right now. Put them in there. I'm still going to leave this in the bottom. And in about 3 minutes, I'm going to take this out. 3 to 4 minutes, I'm going to take this out and then just put my vegetables on to let them cook off. And I'm really guessing with my vegetables, probably about another 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. Ooh. And it smells so, look at that steam. It smells so good in here. Woo! See, that's, the lemon. Whoo, yes, the garlic. Oh, Lord Jesus, take the wheel. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to put our veggies right back on top. Be careful, you are working with steam. So please be careful, because steam burns are no joke. We're going to let this cook. In about 3 to 4 minutes, I'm going to probably be taking my fish out, putting back my vegetables just to let them cook off for about another 7 minutes. All right, so look at this. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And the tilapia took maybe 15, 20 minutes, if that. Remember, I had seasoned quite a bit of fish earlier. So what I did was I took out a batch, put in another batch, and just let the vegetables continue to cook. But if you only have a couple pieces of fish, then absolutely put your vegetables on the bottom so they can get to cooking first. And oh my goodness, this is like, oh, look at how just, you see that, babe? You see? Let me see if I can get this bad boy up out of here. It's just so moist. It's like falling apart. Oh my goodness. Alright, we got that piece out. And remember, when you're taking your tears out, please have either an oven glove or oven mitt for both hands, because you're working with steam. Now to clean this, do not use dish soap. Just rinse it with warm water and you're done. Oh, caught a piece of lemon in there. Oh, did you see how, babe, how that just flaked over? Did you see that? Now, if you want edible greens on the bottom, then use like something like bok choy. Or there's so many. Oh, do you see that falling apart, babe? Look at that. Just, That's how well this works. I meant my plate to be a little prettier. But here, let's fix this. It's just flaking and falling apart because it is so tender. Oh, get a piece. It's hot. Woo! That's good. Good. Hot. What do you think, babe?
Good.
Good? Let me rinse my finger. Oh my goodness, the lemon, the pepper. This is delicious. I'm really trying to make this plate pretty, y'all, but this fish is just so wonderfully cooked. And this is steamed. With tilapia, you can fry it. I did lemon pepper. You can do Cajun if you want to. Again, whatever type of seasoning floats your boat, you do it. You do it. Now, I'm going to take the lid off. You see, I got my oven glove. Always do it away from you, because it's steam. Lid. Oh, look at those veggies. So what I did with the last batch, because the fish was done sooner than the veggies, I just put the veggies right back into the water And oh, they look delicious. So I'm going to actually turn this off because the steaming process should be done. And I used cauliflower, broccoli that was already pre-cut. Cut it down some. Oh. There we go. You can cook this longer if you'd like. I like my vegetables just to have a little bit of crunch to them. If you'd like yours soft, then go ahead. Cook them down soft. Again, you make it how you want to make it. I'm making it how I like to make it and how I know my husband likes to eat it. So we're going to take this out again. I have my UV glove, but I'm just going to take this out. And with the parchment paper, you're just going to throw that away when you're done with it, right? And then rinse both tiers with just warm water. Please, please, please do not use any dish soap, because what will happen is the soap will absorb into the bamboo, and then the next time you use it, your food is gonna taste soapy, and yeah, we don't want any of that. Let me get a, whew, even though I tasted it. Oh, I got a fork right here. If you have any leftover rice from the night before that's in the fridge, go ahead. You can put it under your vegetables. Or if you want to make rice with it in a rice pot, feel free. You can do that. This is just a very simple one-pot meal. Now, it did take a little bit longer than the 20 minutes for the vegetables. But again, I had made more than 2 batches of fish, so the timing worked out perfectly. So we have got, oh, just look at that. I'm telling you, the seasoning is incredible. The black pepper, the lemon pepper, the lemon, whoo, and the ginger in these vegetables. Oh my goodness. So good. It's so hot, but I don't care. I'm just going to delve right into it. Whew, so hot, but so good. And I tasted as I went. So please make sure when you cook, you taste as you go. Not your fish, not any of your meat, because you're going to get sick. But anything else, your sauces, your vegetables, you taste as you go. You leave your seasonings out just in case. This plate is hot. It's burning my finger. Mmm. 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 The ginger, I'm talking with my mouth full. I'm sorry. The ginger comes through. The garlic, the olive oil, just made it even more yummy. Oh, Lord Jesus, my husband's going to eat good tonight. Oh, oh, oh. Very healthy meal. Again, it's Monday evening. You come home from work. Get your prepackaged, already chopped up vegetables. Get whatever fish you want. The actual prep time is maybe 7 minutes, maybe. I'm gonna say more likely 5. You season, you stock everything up. Again, depending on how many batches of fish that you're doing, I would say about half hour, 45 minutes, just to make sure that your vegetables are good. If you want your vegetables not al dente, meaning not with a little bit of crunch, but really, really, really soft, then take your fish, put your vegetables on the bottom, right smack in the water, let that cook, maybe about 10 more minutes if you like your vegetables softer. I think this is absolutely perfect. So the whole cook time has been, I'm going to say 40 minutes altogether, again, because I made more than one batch of fish. But this is a perfect meal when you have been at work, it's been crazy, you want to come home, and you want a home-cooked meal, but you don't want to slave over the stove. This is it right here. And besides the scallop, the actual meal came up to, I'm gonna say less than 20 bucks, and this will feed your family. So less than $20 or about $20, you have fed a family of 4. And with this economy, you just can't beat it. So listen, beautiful people, try it. Get yourself a bamboo steamer if you have not already. Cook with it. I'm telling you, this will save your life at least once a week. Until next time, remember, if you're not cooking with love, you're just not cooking. Thank you for joining me. Come cook with V. See you next time. Bye.